Hey, it's Kelly here, former crack addict, recovery coach, and Life Beyond Sobriety. That is my private online community for people in addiction recovery who want to set big goals now that they're sober and make those goals happen. We learn strategies in weekly live coaching sessions to make those things come true. Go to lifebeyondsobriety.com and check it out.
Yo, what up? What's going on, y'all? We got some news, man. We got some news. Desto, you don't like this, huh? My man Desto, quick to jump in the chat and let us know he doesn't feel it. So I'm assuming, Desto, that you want Demar in La La Land, right? I can see that. Well, the news of the day right now, Woj just dropped, said that the Sacramento Kings, we are in the DeMar DeRozan sweepstakes, and we're leading the charge. That's news. We'll see what happens. We'll get into that in a second. Real quick, I wanted to holler at y'all. Real quick because the cats over at PC, at Players Choice on the panel, they playing it real cool. You know, I'm not making a big deal about it. See me, I'm going to make a big deal about it because I'm not no player cool type of brother. You know what I'm saying? I got to let y'all know how I feel. And I just came home the other day, had a package waiting on me, and it was none other than this right here. You know, it was none other than this right here. It was a package waiting on me at the house. As soon as I realized what it was, I let my son open it. He was juiced. You know, this is what we got right here, man. Yeah, they could play it cool if they want to, man. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I done hung it up right here up under DMX, you know what I'm saying? Next to Thelonious and Miles Davis, you know what I'm saying? I'm juiced about it. I can't even pretend like I'm not. Shout out to my brothers, you know. Shout out to Ron, shout out to Shaq, shout out to JD. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Man, I love them dudes, man. Appreciate them for even letting me be a part of Players' Choice and getting this plaque. You know what I mean? This is fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I never even thought like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a YouTube plaque. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't even know that was even in my cards. You know what I'm saying? I was never thought I'd get into the YouTube thing like that. When I got on with PC, they was at 42,000 subscribers. So I came over there and watched them, you know, put in a lot of work, man. We put in a lot of work. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate this, man. This is dope. Got to get one over here on this Big Ox Media channel, though. I need one of these for this channel. I need a gold one for PC. So I know all of y'all that are here are subscribed to PC as well. I want to say thank y'all directly for supporting. You know, hey, to the dudes in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for coming through, showing that consistent love, man. This means a lot to me, yo. I'm not even gonna front and act like it's no big deal, bro. I'm really juiced about this. And I got a lot of big plans for this channel, you know. Hopefully they work out. Hopefully we can get as big as PC one day over here. You know what I'm saying? I need two of these up behind me and a gold one for PC. I think the gold one's $1 million, right? You know what I'm saying? That's fire. But yeah, I'm gonna hang it back up. I'm gonna continue to display that, you know what I'm saying, and show my gratitude to everybody that's subscribed to Players Choice and that tunes into the panel and Open Gym and Chill with Chill and from the logo and all the other shows, man. I really appreciate y'all for real. Let's get 100K over here too. I need another plaque. Hey, I'm feeling like a rapper now. I need a wall full of plaques, y'all. But let's get into this though, because I can't stick around too long. I did drop the link in there. I see you in the back. Tim Top 5. I'm gonna pull you up in a second, bro. I'm gonna drop the link again. If anybody wants to pull up, you already know what it is. Y'all more than welcome. We can chit chat about the goings-ons with the Sacramento Kings and DeMar DeRozan. And you know what? Nah, hold on. I'm not done celebrating, man. I ain't done celebrating, man. Serious, man. I'm feeling. I didn't know I was ever gonna be an internet nigga. I love this. I love the internet, man. We gonna smoke to this, man. We gonna put something in the air for 100K. Definitely go put something in the air for 100K. Let me open this window. I got the house to myself. My wife gonna come home and smell this weed in the house and try to kick my ass. Got some fans blowing some incense and shit. It'll be all right. Yeah, we're gonna smoke to 100K. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna smoke to 100K, y'all. All right. Let me get to it though. I want to read y'all this article I found about the possibilities of us getting DeMar DeRozan. And then I want to talk to y'all about what I think that'll do for us. Let me pull up my guy. What's up, bro?
What's up, Big Ox? How you doing, brother? Congratulations, man.
Just heard that news about us potentially getting DeMar DeRozan. I figured, let me go ahead and talk about it online and see what the people think about that. Let's see what that does for the Kings. If that even moves the needle for us. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this.
Yes, sir.
Let me read this article I found earlier. As soon as I saw the news, actually, it was Alan Orr who sent it through. My main man, Alan Orr. That's my man, 100 grand. He sent the article through on Telegram, and I wasn't even aware of this, so I was asleep on it. Shout out to Alan Orr for breaking that news to me. So I'm gonna read through this article real quick. It says the biggest free agent left in the market after a busy first week of deals is DeMar DeRozan, who has made waves this summer with appearances alongside Compton native. I don't care about all that. Talking about Kendrick Lamar and shit. We don't care about that. Okay, according
stall about, bro.
I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't have no problem with Kendrick. I had a problem with the people and the way they was reacting. But okay. Here we go. Let's get to the hoops of it. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, DeRozan is looking for 20 to 25 mil per year, and a sign and trade has to be for 3 years. So it'd take a healthy commitment from a team to bring him in at that number. Beyond that, the Bulls don't want to take back money, especially nothing long term. So they don't want to take back any long term contracts, which I can see that if they get off DeMar, they got off of Caruso, they're rebuilding, right? So I would assume they don't want to take on anything like that, right? There will be suitors for DeRozan, but figuring out the terms of a deal is a bit tricky given these parameters. For example, there are teams like the Clippers and Lakers that would probably love to bring him home to LA, but whether they'd want to do so at the cost of Norman Powell or Rui Hachimura to make it work financially is a very different question, especially since they need to find a third team to take them in. Hey, what do you think about that? If you're the Lakers, would you come off of Rui Hachimura?
I think that'll be totally dependent upon whether or not they believe adding DeRozan brings more value than what Rui brings to them, as far as Rui being a shooter and a rebounder.
Yeah, but what do you think?
I would say no. I would say no, because I do think that one thing that also will happen, especially with DeRozan going over there and being paired with LeBron, I think we all know the caveats with LeBron at this point in his career. He needs guys that are give him space. He needs guys that'll be shooters. He needs guys that's going to be able to help him defend. He needs guys that's going to be there to be able to rebound, so that when he's taking over the playmaking duties, he can run the team the way he likes the way to operate the team. And with DeRozan being primarily a mid-range, an end guy, I don't think that DeRozan would kind of fit that as far as the scheme for the team. Now, a Lakers fan would probably say otherwise, but, just me from the outside looking in, I can't see where DeRozan, outside of the extra added scoring and possible playmaking, I don't see how that would fit with the Lakers team as currently constructed.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Also, too, I'm personally of the mind that I don't think DeMar DeRozan is as bad of a defender as I've heard before. But let me see. Okay, so now, what about? Well, no, you already said what you felt about him, so it's probably the same way with the Clippers, right? For Norman Powell. So what they go on to say is that the Sacramento Kings are the known suitor for DeRozan at the moment. He's a good wing, and they're interested in all of them. But the trick is figuring out the third team to take salary back, as the Bulls apparently aren't interested in taking on a contract like Harrison Barnes or Kevin Huerter. Notice he didn't say Keegan Murray, y'all. You could do a 3-team deal and loop in Detroit or Utah and see if they'd be willing to eat a pair of contracts, and at $20 million per year, the Kings could make it work. That's probably the route they would try to go, but let's think bigger. I would like to propose something bolder and more aggressive, and I think would help 4 different teams achieve their goals this summer. The Orlando Magic can get a $8.6 million in cap space if they want to. And while they've done well this summer in adding Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I think they still could use some more shooting. If the Kings are ready to move off of Kevin Huerter, feeling that he's repetitive with Keegan Murray and Malik Monk, it's the kind of reserve shooting they could be very hopeful for in Orlando.
I can see where that might be a feasible destination as far as either Orlando or Sacramento.
Right. Wait,
I
real
do-
quick before you do, because I just found the trade, the whole entire trade right here. Let me tell
Yeah.
you the whole trade, and then let me know what you think about this. So in the trade, the Kings get DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls get Anthony Black. The Magic get Kevin Huerter, and the Jazz get Lonzo Ball, Chris Duarte, which will be coming from us. So we're giving up Kevin Huerter and Chris Duarte, and plus the 2025 lottery protected Portland first. So Kings get DeMar, we get DeMar, Bulls get Anthony Black, Magic get Kevin Huerter, and Lonzo Ball and Chris Duarte go to the Jazz. What do you think about that? And mind you, in this one, we still keep Harrison Barnes too.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what exactly the perspective is as far as Anthony Black going to Chicago, especially now that they've traded for Josh Giddey. But I do like Anthony Black, especially with him being a young point guard. I don't know if they would look at that like that would be the starting backcourt for them, especially with the season that Kobe White just had and with them having Ayo. So I wouldn't necessarily see them trying to trade for yet another backup guard coming off the bench. I mean, it's very possible that they could do so. I do like Orlando getting the extra added shooting that they would be receiving, because you did say Orlando would be getting Kevin Huerter, right? Okay. Oh, you're muted too, Ox, I do believe.
My bad. Yeah. The Orlando would get Kevin Huerter.
Okay.
Kevin Huerter is one of the better shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, and so they could use the extra value as far as shooting with in their backcourt. So I'm assuming that they would pair him up with Jalen Suggs. So I do like that. I guess with the Jazz, they would just be looking at a situation where I guess it would start, if they would make that trade, that would just start even more speculation that, okay, guys, we're probably going to go into an all-out sale. So whoever comes with the best deal for Laurie, you can have him type of deal. But if the situation presents itself where you guys keep Harrison Barnes and you keep DeMar, that's extra veteran presence that will help you guys in the playoffs. So I do like the way that trade works out.
I like that. I like that trade. Lonzo going to, I don't know, man. Let me see. I'm looking at it for everybody because it's supposed to be a good thing for everybody. Jazz get Lonzo, Chris Duarte. I guess you're right. But why? If you're the Jazz, why are you coming off of Lauri Markkanen? I don't understand that. I've been hearing it a lot, like, oh, Lauri could go to the Golden State, or Lauri could go to OKC, or Lauri could come to SAC, or what other teams have you heard? That's pretty much it that I've heard. But why? Oh, I've even heard San Antonio. But why?
Yeah,
why would you come off of Lauri Markkanen if you're the Utah Jazz? I think that's a terrible move for them.
I think I'm not quite sure, but from my perspective, I think it's just a situation with Danny Ainge where I think he's looking at the team as it's presently constructed, and Walker Kessler wants out. They've already traded, Donovan. They've already traded Rudy in previous seasons, and so I think he's really looking at this as a situation.
What up, fellas?
What's going on, guys? I do believe that they're looking at it like a situation kind of like where my Spurs were a couple of years ago, where we weren't necessarily the worst team in the West, but there was no way that we would be able to compete to reach the upper echelon when we had
Right.
Derek White and DeJounte Murray. And it was just a situation where it was like we can be fairly competitive if we want to with these two guys, or we can just go ahead and look at the fact that we've got these prospects coming up in the next couple of years in the draft, and let's see if we can position ourselves to get one of these guys. And luckily, we just happen to be in a position where giving away, particularly DeJounte to Atlanta, allowed us to be able to tank and get lottery picks. So I think that's what Danny Ainge might be looking at with Laurie and the Utah Jazz. Is like, yeah, we can be fairly competitive, but I don't think anybody looks at that Utah team like they can be,
But
at the
why
top of the
don't
top.
why not instead be aggressive and use what you got? You got, you know what I'm saying? Like you keep Laurie. I know he doesn't like Walker Kessler or whatever, but that's a asset they could use too. You know what I'm saying? So why not be aggressive and use some of them picks you got? You know you got a gang of picks over there. Why not go grab somebody to come get with Laurie? Like, okay, you come get with Laurie and we can make something happen. Like, I just don't understand that. I think I understand like playing the long game and playing a long con and just planting seeds and all this and all that. But sometimes
Yeah,
it's like if I can eat next week, I'm not gonna just decide to eat next month if it's not that. You know what I'm saying? If it's the same thing. Like Laurie
yeah.
Mark is a good point, is a good player to build around, I think. So if you go grab a couple pieces that are close to his age, or maybe even a year or so younger than Laurie, and it's like we can be competitive now and build around that. Like, do that.
And I think a lot of that for me, Ox, and I know not trying to hog up the mic from anybody else, but I think what it could also stem from could be two things. One, who is really available that we aren't really aware of? Like, who are these guys talking about behind closed doors? And maybe Danny Ainge doesn't like the players that are available. And
Yeah.
two, who are the players that are actually willing to come to Utah in a sense? So it could be a situation where, in one of those two scenarios, you just have players that don't want to come to Utah, or it could be a situation where the guys who are available that we aren't sure, he just doesn't like that he
I
doesn't
want
that he doesn't want to build with on that team so far.
I just want to go ahead and just stop beating around the bush and just tell the truth real quick. Because this is what we're here for, y'all. This is what we're here for. This, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
With
here
D
we go.
Bell, what's up, Trunks? What's up, bro? I'm happy y'all pulled up. Y'all came at the perfect time. Because I'm gonna stop beating around the bush. I'm gonna let y'all know. If we get DeMar DeRozan and only got to give up Kevin Huerter and Chris Duarte, y'all could
That's
kiss
an
it goodbye.
upgrade.
Y'all could
That's
kiss
an
it goodbye.
upgrade. That's an
Yeah, it's an
upgrade. I'm not
upgrade
gonna lie.
for sure.
That's an
It's an
upgrade
upgrade. That's all y'all got to say. Is that's an upgrade?
because
No,
when you look
it's a
at
good
it from the
move.
We running through
perspective
the
of,
West, but we running through the West.
but then what happens
I'm
in the
talking about not like we not running uphill. We running through the
like
West.
Y'all
you
will
see
be
the
better
overall record?
We
for
we
sure.
running we running through the West with momentum behind us. Like we tearing shit up.
That's it. That's if we don't get Lori somehow, like
Who is
trying
we?
to.
You talking about the Spurs?
Yes, sir.
Stop it.
Yes,
Who?
sir.
So what we supposed to be worried about Chris Paul, Laurie Marketing, and a
No,
baby?
no. You're supposed to be
That's
worried
very
about Devin.
dangerous.
You're supposed to be worried about
Very
Devin
dangerous.
Vassell, Lori, and Wimby.
Evan,
And
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure you've been paying attention because you love ball. You've been watching international ball. Wimby ain't too much of a baby no more either.
He's still a baby though. Like I understand what you're saying. He getting down. That's what's up. But that's not. They're not ready. Like that's scary though. For 3 seasons. Like I'm talking about. We about to win right now. Y'all gonna be ready to win in 2, 3 more years. You know what I'm saying? We gonna
Who's
win
your
right now.
favorite
And on top
team?
on top of
The
that,
Lakers?
on top of that, bro, Devin Vassell, he's never gonna be ready to win no championship.
Don't do my boy Devin Vassell like that, man.
I like
Don't do
him.
my
I
boy
like him.
Devin
I
like
like
that.
him. But to
I know
keep it
you're a
real,
Kelton guy. I know you're a
yeah.
Kelton guy.
I like, but I don't even think like Keldon could do it, but Keldon would have to do it like as like maybe that 6th, 7th man, one of those good role players that come in on the championship team. Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson, they not. Oh no, not Keldon. Yeah, Keldon. Yeah, that's right. Keldon and Devin, they not like that. They not going. That's
They
that's
good
not gonna
pieces
be
though, but that ain't gonna
really
help.
good,
Like
really
they
good
not
piece. Really
for
good piece.
later though. For later though.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not going to knock it, but I do, like I said, I do like Demar. Like I love the fact that he does bring a calming presence. That whenever the game is getting too out of hand, and because I think one of the biggest things that we saw last year, especially with a guy like Fox, which is I didn't expect it from him, was his almost inability to be able to control the pace of the game. Almost like
The way
there was something.
he controls the pace in a different way. And I agree with
Mhm.
you. I was saying that earlier. He got to start thinking better. He got to start thinking more and doing things. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm saying we would be ready to win if we were able to get DeMar and keep Harrison Barnes. Because Harrison Barnes is usually the one that's kind of like the well-rounded, what level-headed one. But DeMar
Right.
DeRozan brings a veteran presence. You know what I'm saying? He's been on. You know what I'm saying? He's been around for a while. He brings a veteran presence. If
And he's a bucket getter.
Right.
Mhm.
So if we got De'Aaron, DeMar, Keegan, DeMontis, Harrison,
It
Malik
opens it up a lot more for
it's
y'all
kind
guys.
of
Is Malik,
that's really
is
kind of
Malik coming back?
yeah, Malik. Hell yeah, Malik coming back. We signed Malik to 3 or 4 years.
That was smart.
Okay, that's what's up.
That
That's
was
what's up.
smart.
I think I want to see if Keegan can take that extra jump where Keegan just finally realizes, like, Bo, when we pass you the ball, nobody cares if you shoot it. And
Nope.
at least that's my perception when I'm watching the Kings play. It's like they're more upset that he doesn't shoot the ball more
Yeah.
than when he actually just puts the ball up to the rim. You know what I mean? And that's just me, Oz. I don't know.
Well, Mike Brown definitely pulls him out, or he was pulling him out like his rookie year for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Letting him know, like, but we would rather you shoot the ball than pass up an open shot. He wants us to shoot the first open good look that we get.
For sure.
Very
And
aggressive
I
style.
think especially coming from Keegan, because I think Keegan has shown that he has the ability to be one of those consistent 40 point, averaging 40% shooting from three,
Okay. Okay.
for an extended career. He has shown that he has the capability of doing so just because he is a very excellent shooter. And I think, and like I said, I feel like once he gets to understanding that, a lot of the times when they are given the ball and you see Fox kind of like go over into a corner, it's like, bro, I'm giving you the ball for a reason. Like you can do more. And I think he showed that coming down the stretch, especially into the playing games, where just from me looking at the very the not limited amount, but the few games that I did watch the Kings, he did progress over the season where you saw Keegan Murray putting the ball on the floor a lot more. To where I was watching Keegan, I was like, he looks like he's improving a lot on his dribble drive to the basket game. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
What's DBL? What you think about us with DeMar DeRozan?
Uh, I it does make y'all significantly better. I think it'll help y'all especially at the end of games. When normally they give it to De'Aaron and just be like, go create. Now you got a guy like DeMar DeRozan who can take a little bit of that slack off of him. Only thing, the 3-point shooting kind of gets me, but he can shoot it decent. But only thing I would worry about is if he's in the mid range and it clogs it up for De'Aaron a little bit and like a mump. But if he's shooting threes or like deep twos, I mean, it should be fine. And then he could just take over. Defensively, I think he's a good piece, but mainly I think it helps De'Aaron the most because he doesn't have to carry the load. Pause.
Yeah. Well, as long as we don't got to give up Keegan Murray.
Yeah. Y'all got to keep him.
Bro. Yeah, this is a good move. This is a good move. And
but the other teams, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, from the trade proposal that I read here, I think this is a good trade for all teams involved. Well, no, I mean this good. I think it's good for the Magic. Like the Magic getting Kevin Huerter would be really good.
Yeah, for Magic, but the other team
and the Bulls. The Bulls would get Anthony Black, another young guard who could come and play behind Josh Giddey next year, and still play good minutes. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think this is a good move for everybody. The Jazz get another future first round pick it's next year, 2025. First round,
that's good.
First round pick, and they get Lonzo Ball and Chris Duarte. I think that's fire for everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a solid one. It's a solid one.
Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty nice trade. I'm just trying to figure out, as far as like the moves with Anthony Black, because
that's
I would
what
like
I'm thinking about too.
I would like to see what Anthony Black really like looks like, and especially where his game can go. So him going to Chicago, being I guess that duo backup guard situation where I'm assuming for Chicago, Giddy and Kobe would be starting, and then coming off the bench would be Ayo and Anthony Black if the trade was to
Mhm.
go through.
That
So
sounds right.
Yeah,
just
it does
but
sound
then
right.
and I guess that was the same trade where you said because of course Utah will end up having to get Lonzo. So
Lonzo Ball and Chris Duarte.
Oh, you're right.
yeah, so
Right.
seeing what Lonzo and Chris Duarte could do in Utah with Keontae still on the roster, Taylor Hendricks, him still being on the roster, and then with Laurie being there and John Collins, seeing what they're trying to do with Walker Kessler, because I think from everything that I've been reading and hearing from a lot of people, it sounds like Utah is trying to get rid of Walker Kessler for whatever reason.
Mm,
So it'll be I
that's
think.
different.
Yeah, I think Utah is. I think Danny, like I said, I don't think Danny Ainge is like not knowing what he wants to do with the team. I just think he's kind of looking at the team and trying to figure out which direction he really wants to take Utah. Like Laurie is a piece that should be able to attract
For sure.
players to Utah, but I think when he's looking at the landscape of the guys who either are available or the guys who are willing to come and play that he just doesn't want, I think it kind of leaves the situation a little tricky because Laurie's been the talk of trade rumors ever since, last year
Yeah, you have.
when everybody's like, is he going to trade Laurie to try to, make this move or make that move? Because I think the perception was that Utah was meant to try to tank for the Wemby draft. And when the
Mm,
team played better than expected, everybody was like, "Well, there's no need in trying to tank now because you're already, playing the way that you're playing." So
right.
I think Utah's in a really weird situation where it's like the guys that may be available, like I said, that we don't know. Maybe Danny Ainge just doesn't want those guys, and maybe that's why the rumors about Laurie marketing just are so big right now.
Right. I can see that. I can see that. I do think if they're gonna blow it up, they need to just do it though, because it does seem like they don't know where they're going with it.
Now, if there was a possibility in a situation in all of this where instead of maybe like Demar, somehow, some way the Kings messed around and got Laurie marketing, then we would be in a situation where it was like, okay, maybe the Kings are rigging the NBA, which would be, something we've never been used to.
Right.
That wouldn't be fair. Like they wouldn't let us get Lloyd Martin.
Yeah, I don't think that's yeah, that's mad
You
wild.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, the kid, the NBA would never let nothing like that go down.
And he young
Uh,
too. Ooh.
Yeah,
Adam, I
yeah,
was,
I
I was, he'll pull in he'll pull up a David Stern real quick. Like, you know what? Wait a
Right.
minute, hold on, wait a minute. Like,
Nah,
yeah,
we
bro.
ain't
They
doing
can't,
that
they
this
can't, let, they
year.
can't let the Kings run through the NBA like that. That was bad. That's bad for basketball.
I
What's
do want
good
to
for
say
basketball is bad for the NBA. What up, Joe?
I
Hmm.
do want to say I think Demar does fit well with the Kings, like with the Montes with that dribble handoff game. Him going
Hmm.
downhill, him getting
Yeah,
good looks in the mid range. I think the Kings are going to be really good. The only problem, like the Kings were good this year, but their only problem is there's some games where like they should have beat. Like, didn't y'all lose to Detroit or something?
yeah. We lost to Detroit. We lost to
Yeah,
Houston
Hmm.
twice. We
yeah.
lost to
Y'all just lost games that y'all shouldn't have lost. That's why y'all didn't weren't in position to make the playoffs. But
yeah. And then don't
I
lost
forget,
every
don't
game
forget
against New
at the
Orleans.
end of the year, like at the end of
the
the year, don't
injuries, yeah,
forget. Yeah,
the
don't forget
injuries.
at the end of the year, Dame hit us with that game winner,
Oh,
and
that half
Yeah,
court, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and then
that
and
was
then and then
dirty.
we dropped two back to back to Houston, and
Y'all
then
sold
Malik
those
got
games. Y'all sold that
And
game on
then I
free
think
throws too. I
Brunson,
remember.
I
yeah,
think
and then
Brunson went
then
off for what 40, 50. Brunson.
now Brunson gave us 53 or something like that,
Yeah,
50 or 51 or something like that, and then
Mm.
And then y'all blew a
but
crazy lead to Phoenix too in the fourth quarter, right?
yeah, one of them teams,
yeah,
some
that was
teams.
a blown. Yeah, it was a blown lead. Yeah, where Phoenix came back
when
and
they put
won.
KD at the 5 or something, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Phoenix came storming back.
but I mean, even so, like we dropped some games that we shouldn't have dropped. Don't forget Clay hit us with that game 1 or 2 at the
That
beginning of
game
the
went at
season.
the
yeah,
beginning of the year.
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and then like so there was a lot of that going on, and then we had those bad timing injuries, which ain't really no excuse because every team deals with shit. You know what I'm saying? Like an excuse, injuries. Everybody missed 5 games. Everybody had somebody miss 10 games. Now you know what I'm saying. Malik Monk ain't the only nigga that went out for 10 games. So you know what I'm saying. The injury thing ain't really no excuse.
Ain't Fox
But
missed the beginning of the season too?
yeah, Fox missed some early games.
Yeah, that
Yeah, he
hurt.
missed the beginning of
You
the
know what I
season. Yeah.
and then he had some games where he just missed some free throws at the end. Like we right there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said before we weren't championship ready. I definitely thought we was gonna make the playoffs though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I
I think
sure
too.
thought we was gonna make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So there's that, but Demar is that piece that puts us over the top, puts us from like a mid second tier. You know what I'm saying? Like right now we're at the bottom of the second tier teams. Like you know what I'm saying? We're at the very bottom of the second tier teams. This right here puts us in that top tier. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, it's just up to us to ball. Like we got now if we get DeMar DeRozan that are with just only for Kevin Huerter, bro, that puts us in the game. Now it's on us to follow through and execute.
Yeah.
Okay? We got enough. If we got DeMar DeRozan for Kevin Huerter in a sign and trade deal, still kept Harrison Barnes, bro, we right there where we need to be.
Yes, sir, most definitely. I
Y'all
do
just
like
gotta
that
win
move.
smart. That's it.
I think a lot of it came down to a lot, especially with De'Aaron, which I don't know, I was kind of taken aback by De'Aaron last year because it seemed like his free throw shooting was a little off, and I think he also regressed throughout the season as a 3-point shooter because he came
Yeah,
out the gate hot.
that was expected though, the 3-point shooting to drop because he came out just hitting. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you spend the summer with Steph Curry. You come into the season with supreme confidence. He's shooting threes that he's typically not shooting, hitting threes that he's typically not hitting. So some of those still stuck. Like he was still shooting. De'Aaron has gotten better at his 3-point shooting every season. This
Every
year,
year,
he got much better this year, which I didn't expect. And we talked about that. Even had that conversation with Mars early in the season where like that's not going to last. And obviously it dropped. But I expect this year for it to sustain a little better, get a little more consistent. Him also maybe just be a little smarter with the ones he
Yeah, I
shoots.
don't like how many
You know
he
what I mean?
shoots though. I like how many he was shooting. It was like you're just shooting too many free
For
throws.
me,
yeah, because it
I'm
take a
like
detriment of his mid range game. To me,
to me, I want De'Aaron shooting. I want De'Aaron shooting the threes where you go under the screen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If you go under the screen, okay, I'll take
Catch
a
and
dribble and
shoot.
pop that.
Yeah, catch it.
If I'm running the floor with you and I end up a trail three,
Yeah.
maybe a trail three, DeMontis takes off and De'Aaron steps into a trail three, or just a kick out or a swing where I'm wide open. I don't want De'Aaron playing with the ball, boom, boom, step back like James Harden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want him to shoot in rhythm threes, open threes, or shots that he has to take. You know what I mean? Like I think if he shoots those type of shots and still gets up, I still want De'Aaron shooting 5. I want him shooting 5 or 6
6 or
threes
7.
a
I'm
game.
cool with 6 or 7. I'm cool if they're open.
Yeah. I want De'Aaron shooting 5 or 6 threes a game. Maybe 7. If he's hot, let it fly. You know what I mean? But I think De'Aaron's going to be even better this year. It's more mental for him, and he's at that age now. Like it's time to win. If we get in, I believe in Monty McNair. I believe in Monty McNair. I believe in our GM. He made the right move. He let go of Tyrese, who we knew was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be this good. But we let go of Tyrese and went and got DeMontis Sabonis. I believe that showed that we were serious about winning basketball. We did that. You know what I'm saying? He went and got Kevin Huerter. You know what I'm saying? He went and got Malik Monk. He re-signed Malik Monk.
On the cheap.
You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah. You know what I mean? Now, if he goes and gets DeMar DeRozan, I'm gonna be confident that he wants to win basketball games. And if we get DeMar DeRozan, bro, we are definitely a top team in the West.
The only teams I'd say is better than the Kings if they get DeMar would be like I think OKC's better. I think Dallas might be better. But like those are series
got
that
Clay.
they can win though. Those are like it's like
we better than Dallas with DeMar.
Yeah, I'm
I
about to
think so
say I
too.
see them being
I
better
don't
than
know.
Dallas.
Clay gonna get some open shots in Dallas, bro. That might be dangerous.
But I
He'll
see
make it. He'll
Keegan
make it
being
tough.
better. I see Keegan being better than Clay.
I can see that at this stage in his career. Yeah, for
But
sure.
we you know what I'm saying, we're favorites in the West. But with DeMar DeRozan, we're favorites in the West.
Yeah, y'all do go up. I do go up for sure.
Like
Who's
we're
y'all?
better,
Who's y'all big man?
we're already better than the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You think
saying?
that you'd feel any different about how you thought Minnesota was a bad matchup all year? Would you feel any different about that now?
I still don't want to play. I still don't
That's
want
a
to play
bad one.
Minnesota. I still don't want to play. I still don't want to play New Orleans. I don't want to play either one of them, Minnesota or New Orleans.
Yeah, they can hurt you.
Yeah,
Especially
think-
with DeJounte now, yeah.
Yeah, especially they just
still
get hot. They get on a
I still
roll.
think we're better than OKC.
Why? Because the Montes. Oh no, they got Hardenstein though. They don't move you.
No, I like Isaiah Hartenstein, but he can't fuck with the Manchester.
No.
And then it's like, and then at that point too, it's like Chet. I'm not really worried about Chet like that. Like if they're playing Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren at the same time against us, well, we got the mismatches all day.
Yeah, that's not smart.
We blasting their ass if they're playing both of them at the same time.
Yeah, y'all might run them out the gym or run up and down the whole.
So who are you willing to give the? My bad. Go ahead, Big Off. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, who are we more willing to give the edge to, as far as Sacramento and Memphis once Ja comes back?
There
Memphis.
ain't no
think-
edge. There ain't no edge. Like Memphis ain't like that.
Yeah, Sack is over them.
Yeah, Memphis ain't
Even
like
with Brandon Clark and Gigi Jackson,
Gigi
still
Jackson.
think they're better.
I'm not moved by Gigi Jackson, and Brandon Clark don't move the needle at all.
they got Zach
Edey movie
Edey
though.
though.
Yeah,
Zach Edey movie.
I'm not
This fella.
They got
we
Zach
run-
Edey
we
though.
running Zach
We'll see
Edey
what
ass
he
off
look
the
like.
gym, too.
We'll see what he look like.
Like this, so like I said, I thought Zach Edey was a great pick. I like Zach Edey, but I've also said that there's going to be certain teams and certain matchups where Zach Edey can't play. When they play against us, Zach Edey can't play.
Game too fast.
I can see that. I
Way
can see
too
that.
deep. He can't. Zach Edey can't play against us unless we have a lineup where it's Alex Lynn minutes. He can play Alex Lynn minutes, and that's it.
Mhm.
So with DeRozan, you believe the Kings are the best team in the West?
Yeah, we're with DeMar DeRozan, we're a top 3 team in the West, easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Three?
There's not 3 teams in the West better than us with DeMar DeRozan.
And then the teams you to pick,
So with
the only
DeRozan, that
team you
means
put
our
above you is
future
Minnesota.
Miles,
And
right?
who?
Oh, my fault.
I don't.
I say top 5.
In the West, we're the top 3 team. I would say the only teams that could even play with us is OKC, Minnesota, and
Denver.
shit. We beat the shit out of Denver with that team.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Denver keeps losing these players. They ain't moving me no more.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I'm not even tripping off Denver no more.
Yeah,
Like,
they lost.
Yeah,
they
they
lost
looking-
2
they
big
looking a little
pieces to
different.
their championship core. And
they got worse. And if we get in with the DeMar DeRozan move, we're getting better.
Yeah, you're right.
So what about New Orleans still though? Like New Orleans with DeJounte
That
now?
all depends on Zion, bro. He ain't been healthy.
Timberwolves.
I'm still scared. You know what? I don't want to play the Timberwolves, but I'm scared of New Orleans, bro. Like, I'm scared of them niggas.
They
Even
are
if Zion
scared.
don't play, you're still scared of him.
Zion be playing, and even when he don't play, they still dope.
Still got
Because they beat
Ingram,
them.
don't they?
Then they beat them in the play-in without Zion.
Bro, come on, we can't fuck with New Orleans. Like, I'm just gonna keep it
Yeah,
real.
I think that's more. I was about to say I think that's due more to Herb Jones and Trey
Herb
Murphy.
Jones is cold, bro.
I think Herb Jones and Trey Murphy are probably about sort of two to maybe 4 wings that I've seen that teams are able to put on De'Aaron to slow De'Aaron down, that legitimately give De'Aaron
Wasn't slowing De'Aaron
trouble.
down. De'Aaron be eating them niggas up, bro. Ain't nobody.
Herb
Can't
Jones
nobody stand.
Herb Jones was giving De'Aaron problems in
De'Aaron
that
was
playing
eating Herb
game.
ass up, bro. De'Aaron,
He
like,
was giving
I feel what you're
De'Aaron
saying.
problems.
Like, they slow us down as a whole, but they don't slow De'Aaron down. It's nobody in the league that can slow De'Aaron down. Nigga, nobody. There is absolutely nobody in the NBA that can slow that nigga down.
He is tough.
Nobody can stay in front of him for longer than 4 or 5 seconds. It's nobody. When he want to get it off, he get it off. It's just that he missed sometimes.
He just be off sometimes.
Do you think
Yeah.
De'Aaron? Where do you got De'Aaron ranked amongst point guards?
He top 5.
Yeah, for sure, tough. Yeah, for sure.
He top 5. I'll put Luka.
You count him as a point guard?
Yeah, I have to.
Steph, I don't count him as a point
I
guard.
don't count. Steph not better than De'Aaron no more.
No, he not.
He stopped. I mean, Steph's still like that. Like
Shoot
Steph's
better,
still,
That's
yeah.
kind of tough.
Steph's
That's
still
kind
a
I
of
top.
tough.
disagree, but I can see it.
Steph's still a top. Like he's still one of the top
I
ones, but he's
disagree
not
with
better
that.
than De'Aaron no more. The only people I'm willing to even say better than De'Aaron is Luka. And but with that being said,
You consider
Steph,
Shea a point guard?
it's like it's see Shay, okay. But look, you know how it go. Like there's that group of people that any given night I'm better than you. And Steph Curry they're in that same tier. Like I would
Kind of like
probably
LeBron too.
I would probably say if we did the tiers of point guards, it would go Luka, Shea, and Jalen Brunson in the top tier.
Brunson? Oh.
In the
You
second,
think-
They are point guards.
You think
The second
Halliburton's
tier-
in the same
the-
tier as De'Aaron or not?
the second tier, nah, hell nah. The second tier is De'Aaron and Steph.
Ja?
I'm about to say
I don't know about Ja yet. I gotta wait. I gotta see Ja play again.
just because of the injury, or was it even like that when he was healthy and playing?
Shit, I just gotta see him play again, bro. I haven't seen this nigga play in a long time, you know.
Okay.
Based
So I'm
on
not
health-
ranking,
based
I'm not
on
ranking Ja. I'm not ranking Ja anywhere. Even though when he's
Okay.
healthy, he's
Okay.
gonna be one of them dudes. For
So
sure.
you'd put De'Aaron and
So
Steph
where
in
we
their own
so
tier.
where are we putting the
and
where are we putting the
Tyrese
Tyrese's at? Halliburton and Maxey.
Tyrese right down there, right under them. Wait. I think I still gotta put Dame in there with Steph and De'Aaron though.
Yeah, I think
So-
Dame just had it down. I think Dame
Yeah,
could
I
pop
think-
off this year.
I think I got
Yeah,
you.
he's trying to learn how to
even
play
though
in that
even though I
system.
really want to say Dame is in the third tier now, I ain't gonna do that. Dame still
Not yet.
Dame in-
Not yet.
yeah.
Did-
But
did-
I mean, I see what you're saying, Tay. But I gotta wait for Ja to come back. When Ja come back, we can talk about it. Right now, it ain't nothing to talk about.
Mm.
But
Good point.
yeah, I got De'Aaron's top 5. He's a top 5 point guard.
Oh,
I
I
can see
was
that.
Trae Young. You got Trae Young in that tier with De'Aaron and them or not?
No. Trae Young.
Where you
Trae
put
Young,
him at?
He under them with Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
Where you got Maxey at? Maxey in that same group with
Maxey
Halliburton and
probably
Trae?
Trae now.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
Same
Yeah, they about the same.
Tyrese is
Okay.
the same. All right.
I got you.
I would say Kyrie with them too.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every-
What about
every-
old boy
Every once
from,
in a while, he goes and visits Steph and De'Aaron. You know,
what about
Okay,
Murray?
well-
He comes for lunch.
yeah, he come for lunch
So,
sometimes. Shit,
so we
every
got-
once in a while,
so we
every
have-
once in a while, he go to brunch with Luka in there.
Mm.
Yeah, he do.
That nigga be
What about-
driving around.
Where you got
So
Jamal
we-
Murray at?
So we'd have what Murray.
Yo, Ox never rated Jamal Murray. I'll give you that.
Jamal Murray, no fucking way.
So we have what
Yeah.
Murray. We'd have Murray, Darius Garland, and LaMelo Ball same tier. Would that be the case?
I haven't seen LaMelo Ball play enough in the past.
LaMelo got
season or
brittle
two.
bones,
Like
man.
even when he, I
Both
like,
of
just
them do.
full transparency. Even when LaMelo was healthy, I didn't watch as much of him as I should have.
Because Charlotte
You know
sucks.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
suck.
can't
That's why.
really say, you know what I'm saying, but I guess so. You know what I'm saying. I hear great things about the kid, and when I do watch him play, he's an exciting player. You know what I mean? He's an
Nah,
exciting dude.
respect to the niggas who watch those trash teams, bro. I can't watch bad basketball. I can't sit through it.
Well, my thing is even when
basketball with a purpose.
it's
If-
better. Like to me, is the teams just have to be on the same level because
Yeah,
they're all good hoopers. So it's like if you're a trash team playing a trash team, I can watch it. But if you're a trash team playing against the Celtics, I'm not watching that shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need teams that are close to the same level or can compete with each other.
You just
I
want a
agree.
competitive game. That's, yeah.
Right.
Just
Win a good game.
Just a little announcement, man. Shout out to Tina Charles, number 3 on the WNBA's all-time scoring list. You know, legend of the game, Tina Charles. I just want to throw that in there, fellas.
Okay, shout out Tina Charles for sure. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, DeMar DeRozan, he makes us championship favorites.
I was going to ask, were you against the Brandon Ingram talks? You were against those?
No, I'm.
Ooh,
I'm
that would have been nasty.
I'm against the moving of Keegan Murray. I'm open to anything as long as Keegan's not on the table.
Okay.
Not figuring that one.
As long as Keegan's not on the table, we can, I'm with anything that moves us forward. So that means
That's crazy.
that just means Harrison Barnes and Kevin Hurt are going to have to get us somebody.
Is Trey Lyles
yeah.
still with y'all?
I like HB in Sacramento too. Though. I like
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I do. I like him, but it's time for him to,
Yeah. How old is he?
Probably like 30,
what, 31, 32?
something like that. Yeah.
Y'all still got Trey Lyles, right, Ops?
Yep, still got Trey.
Okay, that's good. Well, see, I like that team, man. That's a huge benefit to you guys. I really do. But if we get Lori down to San Antonio, y'all can go ahead and cancel Christmas, bro.
Who in San Antonio?
You said
If
Lori,
we
who?
can get if we can get Markin down to San Antonio, you can cancel Christmas, bro.
Yeah,
Nah.
like I said, like I hear you. I like Laurie. I like Victor Wembanyama, but nah,
yo,
nah,
Who
Lori
is
the
more?
prize for real, bro. Everyone want Lori, bro.
not
If
yet,
we
man.
coming at the league with two 7-footers that can shoot threes, man, man,
It does
I'll
cause
play
a
back.
problem, but
They getting, but they
still
getting
got to worry
bodied.
about the rest of the team, though. That's the problem.
They
And
too
depending
good.
on who we would have to give
That's
up, as long as we don't
That's
give
what I
up
mean.
Vassell, I'll be all right. As long as we don't give up Vassell to get Lori, I'll be okay. I'm willing to give up Keldon Johnson.
Mm.
yo.
Keldon
What
Johnson and a
I'm
couple of
saying
them
is those
Atlanta picks.
that's the smallest 7-foot lineup I've ever seen.
As far as weight,
As far as just being little.
how? Because so I'm assuming you would have to just be talking about weight because he's 7 foot, about 240. I know Wimby's 7'4", and I think he was just measured at like 230, I believe, 225, 230, I
Two,
believe.
220. Yeah, he is tall. Yeah.
Nah, he malnourished, bro. He needs some food.
He
I
But
need
thought
it,
he was
it's
like
not. But
190.
it's easy to say that, bro. But when you
He a hooper
equate
though.
this
He
to
a
the fact
hooper.
that he's 7'4", but he has almost a 9 foot wingspan, bro. It's like
That is a problem.
yeah, like it's a
That
problem. And
Wimby
then when
dope.
we
Yeah,
got
Wimby dope.
Lori, and Lori has shown that he's able to create a shot and he's able to play, off the ball, and he's a 3 level scorer
Lori
himself.
mainly off ball though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And he wouldn't have to play on ball given the fact that we have, Chris Paul. We have Castle that I'm assuming we are trying to make Castle our point guard. I hope we do, me personally. But, we get Lori with Wimby this year, 2 7-footers coming at the league, man.
I
that's
think y'all need. I think y'all need
that's
a
gonna become
wing
better.
though. A scoring wing. I think y'all need for real.
That would be Vassell, even though he is a shooting guard, but
Hmm.
he's at that 6'4", 6'5" height.
Yeah.
So he's able to play like the two small ball three.
That
You know what I
can't
mean?
change
I'm
nothing
not too much
for
worried
San
about it.
Antonio.
Oh, the
Y'all should
sky
be
the
fine.
sky about to play the storm.
Yep. I was looking at that myself. Yeah, bigger the bank, bigger the tank. You feel me?
Vegas,
A whole
Vegas,
perfect tank.
Vegas playing LA, Chicago playing Seattle. Tomorrow, okay, we got the. I'm gonna be on that as soon as chill. All right, as soon as chill go off tomorrow, I might just jump on this Liberty Fever game.
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
you know
see.
what? Actually, I think me and Chill. I'm about to hit Chill. That's what we'll do at 10 o'clock on Chill with Chill. We're gonna switch over and just stream that. Yeah,
On playback?
yeah, because we're gonna be on playback tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. The game come on at 10 a.m. Pacific, and we stream till 10:30. So for the last 30 minutes, we could just stream the game.
I'm pretty sure
That's
Greece is.
that makes
I'm
a lot
pretty
of
sure
sense, man.
Greece is playing Slovenia tomorrow too.
At
Mm.
what time?
I don't know. I gotta find the time, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna see if we can start streaming those too.
Yeah.
That's why
Because
it's
I
been
was
so funny
last
to
time.
me. Oh my fault.
Last time we was on there with Chill, I was saying we need to start trying to see if we can get Euro League games on playback and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would be tough. That would be tough.
if we could start doing like if we could do the Olympic games on playback right
Yeah,
now.
That
I ain't
would be
gonna lie. The
tough.
Olympics. The Olympics.
That's
That,
why it's been laughing. That's why it's been so funny to me hearing like a lot of people, especially like the YouTube world, talk about how they can't wait, until next season starts, and it's gonna be difficult
Let's do
this
a
summer
basketball. Oh,
because of
you're
the
right. Yeah.
basketball. I'm like, bro, you've got the
So much.
WNBA that people talk about. I'm like, and it is the I think a lot of people aren't just putting in remembrance that this is the summer for the Olympics. So like you're
Yeah.
still gonna get summer basketball. So like I don't understand why people were just looking at like just because the finals were anticlimactic that was just the
Yeah.
end all be all of basketball. Like, bro, we've got a whole different league and we've got a whole different variation of the sport that we can watch and enjoy for up until the next season starts. Plus, starting tomorrow, I think we have summer league as well. So you've got the
Yep.
WNBA, summer league, and you have the Olympics. You have no shortage of basketball that you can watch and enjoy. So I'm just
Now you
excited to
speaking
see it.
fast. You speaking
Yeah, I'm
fast.
just excited to see it, man. I'm ready to see what what France is going to look like, what Germany's going to look like. Um, I don't really care too much about whether or not Kawhi or Embiid plays for Team USA because Joel shouldn't even be playing
They pulled up to
Team
the practice,
USA.
both of them, so I assume they're playing.
Yeah, Joel shouldn't even be playing for Team USA and Kawhi. I'm like, bro, at this point, man, just give that spot to Jalen Brown or somebody, bro. Like, whatever, dude.
Does Kawhi have a
'Cause-
gold medal?
No, he doesn't.
No, yeah, I don't want him go get him one. Go get your gold
But
medal.
this
You
is
already got
my
a gold
thing.
gold
I don't
championship.
want you sitting up here playing in the Olympics and then coming into next season and then getting hurt and then missing the playoffs all over again.
Again,
And
yeah.
it being attributed to you having a early start because you played in the Olympics. Like we know how they like to word stuff and we know how they like to do stuff in the NBA. And I don't want them to be like, oh well, the reason why he was shut down earlier for this season is because he participated in the Olympics. So I'm like, man, whatever, dude.
I just hope
Yeah, that
Kawhi
would
healthy,
be
bro.
so lame. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But
Those
I
knee
don't.
problems he got for real, bro. I hope he alright.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But I don't, man. As far as the title of the video for Big Ox, I don't. I like Demar with that team. I believe he gives them a mid-range presence that I think they kind of desperately need. Um, I believe it does allow them in times where the pace is kind of up and down. A guy like Demar, as much as it may be perceived as like he's a black hole, I do believe that him being able to settle down the offense and kind of get a better looking shot than just another person jacking up a three does help them out. Now, I don't
Mhm.
know how much it helps as far as the defense and the rebounding edge goes, but I do believe that he can be another sufficient playmaker alongside DeMontis and De'Aaron that will greatly help out the team too. And I think having DeMar on the team, to me, I think it really kind of helps out Keegan a lot too, because I believe it kind of establishes that position for Keegan for him to realize that with that starting lineup, unless Malik Monk is in there, like Keegan, you're our shooter in this starting lineup.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Hey, who?
Mhm.
Somebody. That's your little one in the back too.
Hmm?
Nah, I don't. Nah, that's not me.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody. If you're not talking, if you got the background noise, you just mute up while you're not talking.
That might be me. My fault. My fault.
It's all good. Ain't no thing. Shit, you know how we do. It get loud over here.
Yeah, but I was just saying, Big Ox, that I like Demar on the team because I do believe he provides like a calming presence, especially when the pace gets a little sporadic, and I do see it helping Keegan realizing that when he's on the floor with all of those guys, whoever the starting two may be, that it's clear that he's gonna be the not necessarily the number two scoring option, but he is gonna be the go-to shooting option. So
Right.
there are going to be a
Well,
lot of those plays ran for him to be able to get open and blaze off, those 11, 12, 13 threes.
right. And that's where we are though. Like we get a lot of those shots, especially when we have like Kevin Herter and Keegan on the floor together with Harrison Barnes, and sometimes Malik might be in there with them. Like when we have that, it's more so like our offense, just the flow. The first shot is like our second, third scoring option. You know what I mean? Like we don't necessarily have one guy that's our second or third scoring option. It's usually like we run in this offense, we don't get the quick motion. Whoever gets it right there, first shot. But I mean, with DeMar, I think honestly, we get DeMar DeRozan, he should be our go-to scoring option. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like whenever he wants to. So it's kind of like to me, we need to be looking for DeMar to eat quick, or we getting something out the offense. If it gets down to 7 seconds or less, here give it straight to De'Aaron and flatten out, or give it straight to De'Aaron and run a quick high pick and go. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were to play basketball like that, I think we got something good going on.
yeah, I agree with that because I saw Doc talking about this. He was like, someone asked him like, would you rather have like Dame like start good or Giannis start good? He said Dame because like his shot diet is tougher. So like the tougher shot makers, like the guy who just gonna go like De'Aaron, like who get to the rim anytime he wants to get a floater off, like those guys they're gonna get their points easier. You know what I'm saying? So but the
Right.
tough shot makers, you wanted to get them going early. You know? Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because I know for a fact like Darren can get his whenever he wants to. If Demontis hasn't got a shot up, he's strong enough to where he can just catch it on the block and he can force something up if he wants to. You know what I mean? So, bro, I really do think that gives us the ISO scoring presence that we need. That Keegan Murray isn't yet. You know what I'm saying? Keegan Murray isn't that ISO scoring presence that we need. So to get somebody like DeMar DeRozan to come fill that role for us. I think DeMar got another two seasons at this level. You know what I'm saying? So I would love that.
Now
I
you
don't
got
want.
three closers too, though. Like not a lot of teams can't say that. Y'all got three dudes who can close the game, like
I'm
De'Aaron,
assuming you're
Malik,
talking about. Okay, yeah, Malik, right.
and Malik Cold in the clutch. De'Aaron, Malik,
Yeah.
and DeMar. That's something a lot of teams don't have.
And
Yeah,
that
for
would
sure.
be a heck of a closing lineup with De'Aaron, Malik,
DeMar, Keegan,
DeMar, Keegan, and DeMontis. Yeah, that's a heck of a closing lineup, man. Cowboy
Yeah.
Bob, man, I've been
Wait,
seeing you all day. What's going on, brother?
one more time. One more time. You said Malik, DeMar,
De'Aaron,
De'Aaron, Keegan, and DeMontis.
Keegan, and DeMontis.
Yeah.
those will win you some
And
ball
that's
games.
another thing too. When DeMar DeRozan is getting second unit minutes, when we like, because we can go with DeMar in the second
Daggers
unit
and
going smaller. Like if we go in small in that second unit with we
Trey at
can
the
run
five.
Keon Ellis, Malik, DeMar, Trey Lyles, and
Who?
Devin
Alex
Carter,
Len.
the young
Devin
boy.
Carter probably. Devin Carter.
That's probably a little too small. I would, I don't know,
Depending on who
maybe
you're
something.
facing, yeah.
Depending on who it is. But that second unit, when we get a lot faster, you know what I'm saying? We're faster in the first unit, but our second unit is more of a run and gun, you know what I'm saying? High intensity, unit. So it's gonna get scary.
So if the Herder trade happens, is who steps in to take place as the starting two for the team?
DeMar DeRozan.
Keon? Oh yeah,
DeMar?
DeMar.
DeMar started at the 2, Keegan at the 3.
Who's
Would
the
Harrison
4?
Barnes be traded in this too or not?
Well, in the
Harrison.
one that I saw, Harrison Barnes isn't
Okay,
in that
then
trade.
he'd be
Yeah,
the
Harrison Barnes doing the trading.
It's just Kevin Herter, and Harrison Barnes is our starting four as of
he'd be
now.
the
So I'm
fourth.
assuming he'll be next season too.
Yeah.
So if we start De'Aaron, DeMar, Keegan, Harrison, DeMontis.
That's a hell of a lineup, bro.
Okay. And then
And they
coming
got
off the bench with
fifth man
Keon
of the year
and
off the
Devin Carter
bench.
in the backcourt.
And Malik.
And Malik, okay.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how much minutes Devin Carter's going to get this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like on a consistent basis. Obviously, you love those type of guys because that's why you always got to stay ready. Because that third, you might be third on the depth chart, but as soon as somebody goes out in the first unit, all of a sudden you're playing 26, 27 minutes a game when you're used to playing 4. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't that what happened to Keon?
Pretty much, it happens like that. It happens like that. If Malik rolls his ankle and DeMar is out for some reason, you know what I'm saying? Whatever reason it may be, all of a sudden now the rookie got to play. You know what I mean? So just got to stay ready. But I don't think he's going to get regular, consistent minutes to start. Yo. What's up, Cowboy? You muted, bro. We can't hear you.
Nah,
now.
they
You
can't
We
hear
can't hear you,
you.
Taboo. Probably too busy trying to come up here with that New York Knicks talk. We ain't got time for that today, Cowboy.
Nah, still can't hear you.
Hold on. I'm gonna move you out, bro. Just come back. Sometimes you just gotta reboot it, you know what I'm saying? Reset it sometimes.
Yeah, we ain't now. Keep it real, Ox. We ain't got time for that New York talk. We don't care about that.
Ron,
But,
is this true? DeMar DeRozan played the most minutes in the NBA last season?
He did?
It might be. It might be.
I ain't gonna hold you. I watched Chicago sparingly last year. I'm not gonna hold you. I did not watch Chicago.
Well, I'm telling y'all, bro, we get DeMar DeRozan. I can guarantee you that we're gonna be a tough Western Conference finals.
I was gonna say
that's our floor with DeMar. Our floor with DeMar DeRozan is losing in the second round in Game 7. That's our floor.
I was gonna say with DeMar DeRozan on the Kings, I'm so for that. You know why? Because I still feel that DeMar DeRozan is gonna have a better season than PG-13, especially on the Kings. You guys would have 4 scorers that's gonna give you 20 plus points. Yo, I think you guys are ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking DeRozan is the guy you guys need because it's enough to help out his career, and he got 2 more years, like you said. I agree with that. Plus,
Yeah.
you guys got Fox. It'll help him out a lot. Plus, with the mid range, it'll help out some bonus with rebounding. So yeah,
I think signing Demar is what De'Aaron needs to see for Monte McNair to go ahead and sign that extension. You know what I mean? I think that might be the play that De'Aaron was running the whole time. That's what I was saying. Like he's just being smart, not just wasting his time. So you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
Right.
think I
if
think
we were
also
to do
if you
something like
guys
that,
add
that really shows that Monty's trying.
if you guys also add DeRozan and it comes playoff time and you guys play the Wolves, I think it's gonna be a real interesting. Him and Ant Man, I would love to see that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Fireworks.
I'm sorry, that to me would be like, ooh, that's a good matchup to see the young versus the old. You know what I'm saying? So I think you guys got a lot of potential to actually get out of the second round and be in the actual Western Conference based off of matchups. Because certain teams, I think, in the first round, you guys may get through. But then if you get to the Timberwolves, I think you guys can beat them with a guy like DeMar DeRozan. And I'm not just saying it because of his mid range. I'm saying because of how annoying he is with his game. Like you know he gonna get to his spot. You know he could draw the foul. You know he could slow the game down. You know he good with ISO and drawing double teams, and it's just annoying. But it's
Yeah,
what y'all need to lighten up for Fox. It's what
yeah.
y'all need to lighten up for Sabonis.
This is good. This is
All
good
that
for him
other
too. And
guys.
also he's come back to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? You know, he went to Toronto, then got to Chicago, and now it's time, time to come back to the West Coast.
And he ain't gotta
Finish
pay
out
no
your
LA
career.
tax. He ain't gotta pay no LA tax. He's in Sacramento. It's
Right,
cheap out
right.
there, man.
It's a lot cheaper. Still gonna have to pay them state taxes,
Yeah, I
but
know.
you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
it's still cheaper. It's still cheaper to live in Sacramento. But
exactly.
yeah, man, I'm excited for this. As soon as I seen it, I said, you know what, let me go live and see what the people think about it, man. Because
So they
I really
actually
like this.
they're in trade talks about it, or
They're in trade talks. Woj says that the deal should be done in the next 24 to 48.
oh,
I
so
got
that's
I'm
just
seeing
before the season starts. I mean, summer league starts because y'all play tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
well, yeah, well, I mean, this is just something that they're talking about right now. I don't think they're concerned with the summer league. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different. You know,
No, I thought
y'all worry about that.
I'm just saying. I think sometimes that a new player comes in, they can run like a half a game in summer league just to see what it's like.
Not DeMar DeRozan. He's not playing no summer league.
I just want to
Not
see him on
sure.
your team. I'm sorry, I just want to see him on your team because I want him to do better than
Yeah,
PG
but
13.
he's not playing. He's not playing the summer league. We know that.
I know, I'm reaching, I
Yeah.
know. Not
But
because
yeah,
it's
though, like
PG
that's
though. That's because the thing is I think a lot of people fall asleep on how good DeRozan is because of his
yeah.
consistency.
Why you keep bringing up Paul George?
I don't think he's going to be good with the Sixers, man. I think honestly that it was a dumb move on his part, but he got to get his money. I don't think he's going to be. Look, it's nothing against me with the hate with the 76ers. Nothing against that. It's just I feel he had better options that he could have been more successful with. The Sixers to me is like going backwards.
I think Paul George just showed that he's a dice shaker.
Yeah,
He's really rolling the dice right here. I think
yeah.
they have the range that can happen in Philly is championship to miss the playoffs. It's such a wide range with them. This team, they got championship talent. They got Joel Embiid, who's some people think is the best player in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese Maxey, a really good up and coming point guard that I'm happy the offense is running through now. And then Paul George, he's a vet on the wing. You know what I mean? I wish they could have held on to Buddy Hield, but whatever. Um, I I'm not mad at Paul George for going this route, bro. He like why go somewhere where I could potentially compete when in Philly, if Joel Embiid in fact decides to stay healthy this year, they are championship contenders, bro.
I agree.
It's just
I
one of them
feel it.
things. Like
I just
he just like, yo, I'm definitely gonna get this money. I'm definitely gonna get this money over here. So that's first. That's first things first. I'm getting
I
this bread.
just don't I just
Second
don't
thing,
see
second
him.
thing is, yo, if my big man can ride out, we can really win this thing. I like that.
And Embiid will play even if he's hurt, unlike Kawhi.
Right.
And
We'll
and
see.
he
We'll
figured
see.
And
I'm
and
gonna
he
still
say
be
figured
this.
nice.
And he
I'm gonna
figured
say
they've been
this.
dealing with Tobias Harris for the last 3, 4 seasons. I'm pretty sure
Ooh.
I can do something.
The reason why I'm
Yeah,
biased
Paul
to
George
this,
is an upgrade. Paul George is an upgrade, bro, for sure.
the reason why I'm biased to this, now that I heard what you said, I'm gonna actually give you actual facts and reasoning behind it. When it came to him on the Clippers, and like y'all just said, Kawhi was missing games and he was the second option before they got the big four. He still wasn't holding up to the potential of what he's gonna be doing even now with the Sixers. Why do I say that? Because when he had Kawhi the opportunity to play with just the big three, he didn't do it. Then when they came in with the big four, he still didn't step up and actually try to be the second option. Now in Philadelphia, you're gonna expect them to do the same because if Embiid does get hurt or if one of their guys are off, he's gonna have to step up and be that second option. He couldn't
But
do
he
it
could
with
be
the
a third though.
Clippers. Hold on. He couldn't do it with the Clippers. How am I going to think he's going to do it with the 76ers when they're still dealing with the same injury questions as far as Embiid and Kawhi and him being the second option? He's eventually going to have to do that. He couldn't do it with the Clippers. What do I think him being older is going to be able to do it in the 76ers? That's my question. That's why I don't think he's going to have a better year than DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, but he's not a
Because
clear
see,
cut two now. Because like with the
yeah, that's the
Clippers,
thing with
he was a
Thomas
clear
Maxey.
cut two. Now he's
Yeah,
a three, and he doesn't have to, and they have other pieces like a Joel Embiid and a Tyrese Maxey. So he doesn't. The load he has to carry is not as big as it would be if, like it would be in the
He
Clippers. Like
he
he
was a
had to be.
three. He was a
He,
three when Kawhi was healthy, and then when they got Westbrook and they reincorporated the whole system, trying to use all four of them,
he
and
still
Westbrook
was
was
number
coming off
two.
the bench,
He
he
still was a
still
number
was
two.
he still was a number two. But majority when Kawhi was there, he was a number three. So in the aspect of
Wait,
Embiid,
what?
if Embiid misses, okay, remember when Kawhi is on the court, he's the third option. Are we not going to argue that?
Who's second?
The second when it was Kawhi, it was Kawhi is the first option, and then I'm
Okay,
gonna say Harden, and then I'm gonna say him.
bro. Harden was not the second option, bro.
Okay.
I don't. I
That's
think.
Then,
I
not
think
true,
it's
bro.
tricky.
okay. This is the
I think
thing.
it's tricky
Kawhi
with
is the
that one
first
though,
option.
Cowboy.
Okay. Kawhi is
Yeah,
the
that's
first option. He's the second option, right? Now he's
right.
going to the 76ers to where he's gonna be the second option in case Embiid misses time, correct?
No. He's a third option.
But if Embiid goes missing, he has to step up to be that
No,
second option,
I know
correct?
that, but I know that, but you can't go into it and be like he's gonna
Okay,
step up
so
because
even still,
he'll
he's the
place it.
third option. Okay, he's the
Third
third
option.
option. So him being the
Okay.
third option on the 76ers, him being older, and him being
Okay.
able to go against guys who, one, are going to be a lot younger because the East is younger with the bigs, and as well with the
Okay.
defense, he's going to have a lot more difficulty being a third option on the 76ers. One, he's not going to be able to use the same spacing as Embiid when Embiid gets into the post. Because you want to talk about low post, high post, whichever area that Embiid is, he's going to have to be on the wing. He has a problem up until he went to OKC to where he started doing backdoor cuts. He even openly admitted it. Still barely see him doing it. But if he's on the
Hmm.
opposite side of Embiid, all you got to do is heavy load that side with two defenders and keep Embiid on your big. Now you could even keep him out of the game. So this is what I'm talking about when I say him being older and the disadvantage of him getting to his spots and things like that. That's why I say when I look at his game, he didn't do that with the Clippers. How do I see him doing that now with the Sixers? It's not going to help because now he has a big man who uses 75% of the court from the free throw line down, and it's mostly on the left side or left to right. I mean, right to left even. If you look at the court.
I mean, you could.
That's
I
how I
think
break
Paul
down
George.
basketball.
That's
I don't just look at the stats and stuff like I break down basketball as what he did last year. That's why I
yeah,
say
but it's
I
a
think
different
he's improved.
scenario. Different
I think
scenario,
Paul
bro.
George. Yeah,
Hmm?
He doesn't do backdoor cuts. He stays on his look. This is exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna see him beat on the left side, high post, calling for the ball, and then you're gonna see him down in the low wing at the 3 point line, or you're gonna see him right here in the emblem, and he's gonna be moving just like that. And he's gonna be moving in an L shape like a horse. He's not gonna be doing backdoor cuts. He's not gonna be trying to free up the space because he didn't do none of that with the Clippers. And he only did that when he was with OKC.
I
I
think
mean,
Paul
your
George's best
points.
option in this point, Cowboy. I didn't mean to cut you off, D.
No.
Um,
No. Go
but
ahead.
I
Go ahead. I'll go after.
but I think Paul George's best option at this point, Cowboy, like we were stating earlier, is he has to look at it from the perspective of whatever Tobias Harris was doing. I just have to be an upgrade from that. I don't think he should be coming into the scenario with maybe even the idea of him possibly trying to compete with Maxi as that second option. I just think he has to look at it from that situation and say, whatever Tobias Harris was doing, I have to be the upgrade to whatever Tobias Harris was doing. And I think that's what will work out best for Philly in this situation, in my opinion.
I 100% agree with that. And I mean, I think comparing what he did on the Clippers to this is just like a totally different. The way they run their system, like the Clippers, like even though he's the number two with the Clippers, the way they played, just like kind of like that ISO ball, he don't got to do that no more. Not like that. He ain't got to worry about coming out getting 27, 28, or if he don't have a good game, they have trouble. So with the team Philly already has and adding him into that fold as a third option, he spreads the floor so he can shoot threes. So he doesn't need to always get downhill. He can get downhill. He can ISO. And yes, Embiid plays in the post, but he doesn't play in the post the whole game. He shoots threes too. So acting like Embiid's down there like Shaq is not really the case. So I mean, he'll be down there sometimes, but they're NBA players. They can do cuts. He doesn't backdoor cut, but there's other stuff you can do on the perimeter. You don't just got to do that to be effective. He's a player that can get the mid range off, score from every level. And if you need him to handle it, he can do that too and play make a little bit. He's not great, but I think this fits him perfectly. And I feel like the pressure is not going to be the same as it was with the Clippers, even though the Clippers are not LA, but you know what I'm saying? Like the pressure ain't going to be there. Like, damn, I got to get it in tonight.
So what are
And,
your
He the one.
and we
expectations?
do have to
So
remember
what
too,
are your
Cowboy, that
expectancies of
they
PG
still have
13?
Kelly Oubre
What?
too, Cowboy.
No,
They
no.
still have
I
Kelly
just
God,
want to
Oubre.
ask y'all something real quick. What do you
go ahead.
guys expect from PG 13 as far as I'm gonna ask points, assists, rebounds, and contributing to the 76ers? I just want to hear what
Um,
you guys his average.
all right, I'm gonna
I'm
say
curious.
this is my opinion. Points wise, I give him between 17 and 22, about 17 and 22. Rebounds, six or seven. Um, Assists, five. He don't gotta do nothing extravagant and play decent defense. I know he's not the same defender he was.
I
Damn.
think he
What
just
He,
cut
he,
out.
happened?
I think he just called out. Yeah, I think it.
yeah, he might have
Um,
been on his phone. He might have been on his phone and got a phone call or something.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Now go
But
ahead, man. I
yeah,
want to
though.
hear what you got to say.
Um. Now I was just if Embiid comes back healthy and he does, like I said, Paul George looks at himself as an upgrade to what Tobias Harris was doing. Anywhere from what D was saying from 17 to 22. Now, as far as the rebounding, I'm not quite sure where Paul George is going to fit in that aspect because you will have Kelly Oubre there, and I'm not quite sure who the starting four will be for them either. So Kelly Oubre and whoever the starting four, they might be there to be the dirty work, rebounding, extra defensive energy type of guys. So if he can give them a good 5 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, and still be a positive on the defensive end, I think that's the best case scenario with Paul George being on this Philadelphia 76ers team. I just think and I know I'm saying it a lot and it sounds repetitive, but he really just has to look at whatever Tobias Harris was doing. I just have to be an upgrade from that. And I think that's where he will best fit with this Philly team.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm trying to be nice. I think honestly he'll give you 15 points, about 5 rebounds, maybe 4 assists, and his thing is try to keep the defender in front of him to where it
Who?
be
Wait. Who? Paul
PG.
George?
Yeah.
15 points? Come on, Cowboy. You tripping now,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm about to say,
Nah,
come on,
I
Cowboy.
told you
He's
I'm
going
gonna
Come
too
get.
on,
hard
I
on
bro.
just,
Like,
PG.
I
be
just,
real,
see, I
bro.
knew
Like, at
this was
least
gonna happen.
maybe the lowest I'm going for PG is 19. That's the
Okay,
lowest. The low maybe 18 and a half is the lowest I'll go for Paul George. But anything else is laughable, bro. Come on.
okay.
That's
He
I
has to
heard
be
what
laughable,
an
you
bro.
said.
Come
upgrade
on.
Tobias.
We both heard what each other said, and when you're right at the end of the season, I'll come back and be like, you know what, I was wrong about PG. Thank you, because you know what it is about the end of the day. It's not about whether you're right or wrong. It's about the
Mm,
knowledge we gain in this sport.
right.
You
I
saw
believe
something I didn't see, So what
Right.
you believe, I may not agree with right now, but if it comes to
Right.
life, then I could be like, yo, what did you mean?
That's how it works. That's how it works. I'm not here to cook. I'm not here to cook or get cooked. I'm just here to talk hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's all I do. My thing
Subscribe and
about
like
it
the
is,
video.
bro, Paul George got to catch and shoot. If he can just catch and shoot over there, you know what I'm saying, and work when he has to, I really like him over there. If he gets into the habit of catching and dribbling, or you know, wanting to play ISO ball, catching it deep and going to work, then I'm not feeling this for them. I don't like it for them at all. But if he can actually get into some maybe some pick and roll play, pick and pop, you know, some pick and pop stuff with
Yeah,
Joel. I really like some pick and pop stuff with Joel off the wing, not even high. I like them off the wing. You know what I mean? Because Paul George got a midi pull up too. You
and
know what I
he
mean?
did that with
He can get to
Indiana.
work. Yeah, you know
He
what I
did
mean. He
that
can
with
get to
Indiana.
work.
Yeah.
He can get to work. They
That if
got
I
who they
see
got?
that
They got
Paul George,
EG. They got Eric Gordon over there shooting
yeah,
now. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I
it's
think
not.
so. Yeah, they got Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
If they can run a continuous offense where whatever space Kelly Oubre is cutting from, Paul George can slide into that open area and knock down those catch and shoot shots like Big Ox was just talking about. That automatically within itself will be a upgrade from what they were receiving from Tobias Harris. You know what I mean? So that alone will help them out as far as him being able to average those 18, 19, you know, maybe even 20 points a game, and then being a positive on the defensive end.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he could get that off. I'm just saying, but we'll see. Because the thing is I just think that Paul George is gonna be like when you say the pick and pop with Embiid. I can see that the pick and roll. I can see that. I could even see the give and go, which I used to love seeing. That's where they give the ball right. It's a pick and roll, but then they give it right back to the man, and he jumps back out for a three. I love seeing that. So if he gets that going, then yeah. But to me, he's older. And I haven't seen that in a while, honestly. So for me to honestly sit here and say to expect it in year one with the 76ers, it's very hard for me to believe that. Plus, like I said, I think the floor spacing with him being there is going to be very difficult. But he a
Well,
pro though. He'll prove me wrong.
but if you look at it even from that perspective of the floor spacing Cowboy, when you take into account there are going to be moments where, depending on the opposing team's lineups, they're going to have no other choice but to try to double Embiid. And doubling Embiid and having a guy like Kelly Oubre, who we know is a guy who is cutting to the basket a lot of times and providing a lot of motion. Like I said, if you can have that offense to where off the double you have Kelly cutting, so there's an extra man going with him, and then you can have Paul George sliding into a space where Embiid can catch him,
mm-hmm.
and Paul George is, like you said, Big Ox, actually taking those shots and not wanting to get
Yeah.
into a my bad conversation. The floor
What?
spacing actually works out well when you look at who they have as far as Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid. Like
Well,
the
they got.
floor
I mean,
spacing works out well.
the floor spacing has to get even better. I'm assuming, right, y'all? Like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they're not gonna stick with this. I'm sure Tim Hardaway's not gonna stay in Detroit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like got moves like that, like at the trade deadline and on, going to find
it
some
is
vet shooters or
Detroit.
something.
It is Detroit, though, Bob. It is Detroit.
Well, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is maybe Philly ends up grabbing Tim Hardaway Jr. or I mean, isn't Luke has Luke Kennard signed yet? You know what I'm saying? Guys
Luke
like that,
Kennard,
like
no.
Luke Kennard, Wesley Matthews, just other shooters. You know what I'm saying? Just grabbing somebody else that can help spread the floor. You know what I mean? They gotta grab. I mean, they got Eric Gordon, but I'm sure they're gonna need another shooter over there. Who they got over there? I mean, I don't consider Kelly Oubre a shooter.
Me neither. I think he's more of a
I
defensive
don't
player.
think I don't think Kelly Oubre is. I do know that they picked up Eric Gordon. Um,
They
I
also
know they
got
also
Drummond as well, a backup in B.
they
All
just
right, well
picked up
that's
Drummond.
smooth.
I'm not quite sure who the other shooters are on the roster, but even with Eric Gordon being there, if you're able to play Maxey at the one, get Eric Gordon in at the two, Paul George at the three, whoever you want to slide in there at the four to help Embiid with rebounding, that's enough spacing right there, in my opinion, because you also got to remember that Embiid can shoot the three as well. So I do think that they do possess enough spacing. Maybe they could get, maybe one or two more shooters, but I think that there's enough spacing. And Paul George himself, being a spacer himself, I do believe they can make it work with the current roster that they have.
Yeah, you're right. He's a free agent still. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But check it out though, fellas. I gotta get moving. We got to take the kids to the
go
movies.
New
About to
York,
go
go New
check out
York,
that
go.
Inside Out 2. So we're gonna get to the movie theater, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. I want to leave y'all with this, man. We are championship favorites instantly the minute we signed DeMar DeRozan. Cowboy, that's what I believe.
See you in the
Tim,
finals
that's what I believe.
if we get
That would
Kessler.
that would be lovely. Sacramento, New York. I want to see that. I want to see that. But
We
all
get
right, y'all.
Kessler.
Unless,
Yeah.
unless the Spurs get Laurie Morgan, and then it's a different story, everybody.
Oh God, Lord,
Go
Mark.
Spurs, go.
He's not changing it like that. All right, y'all. Man, yeah, y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up once again. Like I said, make sure you like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, shame on you, man. Check it out. Once again, shout out to PC, man. We got 100K. Let's get 100K over here. I need another plaque. I need two. I'm feeling like a rapper now. I need plaques all on my walls. You know what I'm saying? So let's get my walls looking like a record studio. I need boom, 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 plaques all through this motherfucker. Let's get to it. Hey, remember, we're going another month with it. The quarter of July. From June to July, the quote of July, you can't buy energy. You got to get some sleep. That's a quote from my man Breezy. Appreciate that gem you dropped, man. I'm always getting knowledge when I get on stream with Brooklyn. Check y'all next time, man.
Hey, it's Kelly here, former crack addict, recovery coach, and Life Beyond Sobriety. That is my private online community for people in addiction recovery who want to set big goals now that they're sober and make those goals happen. We learn strategies in weekly live coaching sessions to make those things come true.